Nearly 27 years ago, law professor Anita Hill was front and center in the national spotlight.
To report my experience, I felt that I had to tell the truth.
Hill told the Senate Judiciary Committee that she was the victim of sexual harassment by Clarence Thomas, a nominee for the Supreme Court put forward by President George H.W. Bush. In an emotional hearing that transfixed the country, Thomas denied the allegations and condemned the inquiry.
As a black American, as far as I'm concerned, it is a high-tech lynching for uppity blacks who in any way deign to think for themselves.
Thomas narrowly won confirmation to the High Court, but many women felt that Hill had been treated harshly by the all-male Senate committee. Nearly 3 decades later, echoes of the Anita Hill, Clarence Thomas showdown still resonate in the Me Too movement, where numerous women have come forward to call out the behavior of many powerful men. Legal analyst Paul Schiff Berman.
I think we can trace that movement in many ways to the anger that came out of the Anita Hill, Clarence Thomas hearings during Clarence Thomas's confirmation process.
Based on her experience of many years ago, Hill has urged the Senate to fully investigate Christine Blasey Ford's allegations against Judge Kavanaugh.
We are talking about an appointment for a lifetime on this nation's highest court, making decisions that are going to affect Americans probably for decades.
The Hill-Thomas showdown also has a special meaning for Democratic Senator Patty Murray.
I am a United States Senator today because of the way Anita Hill was treated in 1991. Women are watching. We are not going to allow that to happen again.
Republicans want to hear from both Ford and Kavanaugh about the alleged assault, but they also sense a political ploy by Democrats, says Senator Mitch McConnell.
Ranking member of the Judiciary Committee had notice of this for quite some time and decided to spring it right at the end. And it's pretty obvious this is all about delaying the process.
To many, the battle over Kavanaugh is the latest chapter of how polarized politics is paralyzing Washington. Conservative analyst Jamil Jaffer.
And it's unfortunate as a country because the Supreme Court, if handled properly, should be immune from these things. We should be confirming people who are qualified, in the 90s, and we should be letting them do their job, which is not to set policy, but instead to say what the law is.
And so, as a divided Senate prepares to render a judgment on Brett Kavanaugh, many Americans recall that they have seen this drama play out before. Jim Malone, VOA News, Washington.
Was referring to the views of legal scholars, and I think